Oh my god! Oh my god! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! My god, that phone is broken in half.
It's fucked. There we go. I've got to stop being too exuberant.
Right, well, that's our intro. Hi guys, it's Kayfabe Weekly. I hope you enjoyed that, because that was a visual representation of how we felt after we finished watching Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Oh dear, we won't dwell on the overall show at the start. We're going to go through it match by match as it happened, talk about our predictions, talk about the match, talk about why we hate wrestling, and just move from there, really. That's the game plan for the show. I'm your host, Connor, this week, Beaver Cleaver Tranks. We're joined by the deadly Diabeto, Danny Franks, and of course,
the
gay
Rory
pirate, Rory Hook for $1, Bailey.
Well, hook for food.
So I spend my life, guys. So, Royal Rumble 2022, we were all very excited about it. And it
yes, that's fucking right, doesn't it?
It kicked off with arguably the best match of the night.
A couple of bangers, yeah.
It kicked off with the match of the night: Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the Universal title, which started with Seth just coming out in his Shield gear. Something about Seth Rollins cosplaying as Seth Rollins is really satisfying to me, and I don't know why. Because he wasn't wearing his proper gear. He just found gear that looked like his old gear.
He got a Nike top on and everything.
Yeah, he's like, that'll do.
It's just the fact that the whole way into the entrance, Roman was looking more and more pissed off, and Seth was just shit-eating grin the entire way down.
Yeah. Which was nice. It was a nice little throwback. Seth dominated pretty early on, which was mental. Kayfabe Kitty. There you go. It was very
that reference.
Yeah, it was very reminiscent of Seth v. Brock at Mania. Kind of seemed like we were going to go that way, but they went back and forth. I'm not going to give you all the play-by-play. It was entertaining, match-wise. I think it was match of the night. Seth Rollins wins via disqualification when Roman doesn't release the guillotine. Because Seth gets to the rope because the referee put his fucking hand on it.
Yeah, which is the worst thing. The ref's let's check his up. Oh, he's landed on the rope.
He's literally Seth's hand here. He can't reach it. The ref's lifts his hand up to see if it drops, and he just goes, "Oh, the rope's there." Oh, it's like, guys, he can't. He's on the ropes.
The best thing is the cameraman zoomed in on it.
Yeah, literally the cameraman this motherfucker. Look at this.
Is that fucking Bill H? What you doing?
So, which does mean, on a technicality, Seth Rollins is the winner, which means Rory Bailey gets the point, I do believe.
Yes.
I think me and Danny said Roman.
We did.
You did. You both said Roman, sadly.
Yeah, that's the thing. Danny, what did you think of the match?
Yeah, great match. The pure shithousery of Seth was just genius. It made us all chuckle, and it was good to see him dominating Roman, seeing Roman getting a bit of an ass kicking for a change. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed it ended as a disqualification. I would have liked to have seen Seth pin him and win it, but like you say, it was match at night. There was plenty of exciting stuff towards it.
Well, I think that purely was to just make Roman v Seth go on a little bit longer.
Yeah, chamber match.
Probably not. I don't think it'll be a chamber match. I think Bobby will defend it in the chamber.
Yeah.
Out of the two, I think we'll just get Roman versus Seth in whatever stipulation match, maybe. Probably like a no holds barred after that. And then that'll progress that until Mania, which we'll get to. Rory, your thoughts?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved how they did it with Seth going on the offense to the point where initially I was thinking, well, Seth's not going to win it because he's doing all this offense. And then Roman like just responded in kind, and then he's like, shit, this could actually go either way at this point. And the fact that they actually managed to get us all to buy in, I thought was a brilliant thing.
They were exchanging some fucking potatoes.
Yeah. And Roman's face.
The side of Roman's face was absolutely mental.
And he looked pissed off about it the whole way through. Just the second that happened, and he like touches his face, as the little wince, and just fucking power bombed Steph like with full force.
Oh, it was fucking brutal. Boy, it was great. So,
you know what? I think for the second year in a row, Roman Reigns has managed to pull off like an early match of the year candidate at the Royal Rumble 2 years running. Last year was that a wonderful one with Kevin Owens.
That match against KO was mint, wasn't it, last year? Yeah.
Honestly, to say
it's so great.
When did Reigns won the Rumble in like 2017, didn't he?
When everyone booed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because even The Rock couldn't help, could it?
The Rock came out and just like really drained that everyone was showing up with boos again. He's like, fucking didn't come back for this, guys.
Yeah. I think, look back 5 years ago. Guys, this is like, if I remember rightly, wasn't 2012 the debut of The Shield?
Yeah. No, it was, 2012. Survivor Series 2012. So he's 10
years on the main roster for Roman Reigns.
And over 500, the last 500 days plus have been of him as Universal Champion, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, and we've got the best Roman of the decade now.
Yeah.
It's great. 1 point to Rory, I do believe, from this. Then we
were saying prior to this, because of how it ended and the fact that it was a DQ and stuff, if our points ended up tied, then I would take the loss. But however, I can certainly reveal that it was not the case.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you've got this in the bag. I'm pretty sure I finished last. Might have had 1 point.
Me and you. Do you want to do the points now in general and not say what they're for?
No, we'll do them one by one.
Okay.
2015 Rumble Reigns won.
Was it?
Yeah. Randy Orton was 2017.
Oh yeah.
Guys, yeah.
I've been awake for
24 hours. More now, yeah.
32 hours. Let's not call me on my shit.
Reigns won, didn't he? And then defended the title the following year.
Yeah, Triple H won it. Yeah.
And Triple H won it. And then the following year was, like you say, Orton won.
Nakamura.
And then did Reigns win to get the shot at Brock Lesnar that year, or the following year as well? Or
yep.
So he's already won 2, yeah. And then Seth won the year after that, didn't he? And then
has Reigns won 2 Rumbles?
Might have done, because he's had 2 shots at Brock at Mania.
No, I think he's only won 15.
Did he just become number 1 contender for the Brock Lesnar thing then? Which might be the case. I can't remember properly. But,
I'm going to check right now, just out of curiosity, because I can remember most Rumble winners, but I can't remember if
Reigns has done 2. Yeah.
Men's Rumble. There we go.
No, he didn't.
No.
Shinsuke won that year.
But
Shinsuke won and went after AJ. Yeah.
Roman Reigns holds the record for being the runner-up the most times in a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That is mental. Also, have you noticed they stopped? We'll move on to the next match in a minute. Have you noticed we didn't get that promo package? Like it's all about the numbers.
Yeah,
that we always get. Do you know why? Because they did the whole. They always do the whole.
Brian.
Yeah. Well, they're always like, most winners have come from the number 27.
Yeah.
It's not the case anymore.
But they did that. There was the thing, wasn't there? First, it was the most eliminations. Was Kane in 1 year, then Brock tied it, didn't he? So now it's like now it's a tied record, so they probably didn't want to go into detail on that. And then it was the longest time in a Rumble. Pardon?
Brock, Braun, and Kane all share the same record.
Oh yeah, Braun might have the same record now because of the Greatest Rumble thing. Yeah,
that didn't exist.
But because of that, they've got the thing of Chris Jericho's got the most combined time in a Rumble, obviously AEW, and before the Greatest Royal Rumble, Rey Mysterio had the longest time in any Rumble, which Daniel Bryan beat. So Daniel Bryan is the longest time in any Royal Rumble now. So the main things they like is churning out. It's like, no.
Anyway, moving on. The next match was the Women's Royal Rumble match. Rory, will you go ahead and tell us who each of us predicted? Because I can't remember.
Right. So I'll go through my predictions. I predicted Lita to win. And the surprises are gone for Alundra Blaze, Sunny, and Deonna Purrazzo. None of that happened. We did get the Lita Charlotte tease, which is what I said going into it. I thought there was gonna be some form of setup for Lita versus Charlotte at Mania, but that's about as close as I got, and so no points for me. Danny fucking smashed it. He said Liv Morgan to win, but then he said Paige, Maria Gonzalez, and Ronda Rousey to return, and Rowdy Ronda did indeed turn up. So fair play to that. So that's a point to you. Connor, you said Bailey to win, and your surprises, you got a point for one of your surprises as well. Your surprise were Victoria, Caitlyn, and Sonya Deville.
Oh, yeah, we recorded that before she announced her entrance, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take a point on a technicality.
So we're all tied then.
No, we've both got a point on technicality. Whereas Danny's got a clear point.
Yeah. And can you reveal who got the point for the winner of the Royal Rumble?
Well, none of us predicted the winner, but Danny, you actually called the winner by default because you predicted her as a surprise, and the winner was Ronda Rousey, who basically came in and she basically brocked everyone is the best way of describing it, isn't it? She ran in like how Brock Lesnar would in the previous one and just destroyed everyone in the ring, and that was it. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. All the little flourishes, punches to the taint and everything that she was doing throughout was just amazing. So
we got to see Molina, who came in at number 2. She got her full entrance, including splits with multiple bounces. I don't ever remember that being a thing, but you go, Coco. I've seen a lot of hate online by other females in the business saying that she deserved better, but I feel like if you're returning in a Rumble, unless you're going to be given like Iron Man status, you kind of get what you get.
Yeah. I mean, Mick Foley was happy to just come out and play with sock puppets with Santino the other year.
Plus,
so
like I said, Molina got her full entrance, like red carpet, paparazzi, the deal. So at least they did that. We go right to.
And if they wanted to do a return of Molina and Sasha, they could.
Yeah.
From how they did that. So.
Yeah, exactly. We got right to center Ivory, who just didn't shut the fuck up even when getting beat up.
Gets thrown up floor and still fucking talk.
Yeah.
Still holding the mic. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, that's hurt.
Do you know the best thing about that Daddy, which I'm sure you'll appreciate, is kind of floated the idea of Ivory on his predictions on that last episode and just went, oh no, you know what? I'd say Ivory, but I can't see her coming out. No. that would have made it a tie if you'd have actually gone with that.
Well, to be fair, she never really had another gimmick. She was just Ivory, and I didn't think they'd do right to censor.
Yeah,
but I was wrong. We had Ivory wasn't announced, obviously, and Sarah Logan came back.
Cameron, Funkadactyl.
Sarah Logan came back.
Cameron.
Ignore Cameron.
Summer Rae got murdered. Kelly didn't look like Kelly.
Alicia Fox turned up and was actually surprisingly good and had all the ink. Yeah,
that was true. We got Brie Bella just twatting Nikki like it was a reversed SummerSlam.
Yeah. She did as well. It was like that. Oh, sorry, it was a mistake later. You know what? Fuck it. Bam.
Yeah. That was great. Overall, what was your thoughts on the Women's Rumble, Rory?
I actually really loved it. It's my favourite Women's Rumble that I've seen so far. I like the surprises that they did. I liked how they used the returning guests, and it did feel like there was some really nice callbacks, like Mickie James and such when she came out and with the Knockouts Championship, which is amazing that even happened.
Walking out to hardcore country.
This is it. it was just awesome, and seeing. I would say to you at the time, Michelle McCool's got to throw her out or whatever, and they literally had a few moments in that Rumble quite a lot where Michelle McCool came out. It was great.
I believe what you said. I believe what you said to us at the time was
Mickie James should come out in a full-on pig suit.
For those of them who don't know, Rory crashed on us yet again.
He did. He did. Like he did at Mania.
He
did it again last night. He pussied out on us.
Yeah, I started nodding off in the Women's Rumble.
Nodding off?
Yeah, nodding off.
Nodding off?
I won't deny it, Rory. I started to drop myself, but Connor made me sit up, and that was it. I was wide awake. So, I'm on your own. Don't worry. I just managed to.
Fair enough.
I think the fact that one of the matches got a little bit boring was what was making me drop. So.
Oh, we'll get to that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the record, for those at home that are watching and see me looking like shit, this is 2:40.
Team Venom, Iron Man.
I am. This is 2:40 p.m. Sunday, the day after Rumble, because that happened Saturday night. Kickoff show was midnight. Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Finished at 5:05.
Finished at 5:05 a.m. To which I then got a shower, got ready, and went to work. And I just got back. So just saying, because we didn't have one in the Men's Rumble, I am the Iron Man of this. Acknowledge me. Send Monster Energy. Yeah, I did really enjoy the Rumble, in all fairness. For me, it's kind of bad because now there's always going to be an asterisk next to it, because we'll get to it, but like, did I enjoy it because it was the best Women's Rumble so far? Or did I enjoy it because it was a very good Women's Rumble, but it was made better by what it had in comparison on the night?
Yeah.
No, I'll dispute that on account of that. I watched the Women's Rumble and thought this is really, really good. Then fell asleep and woke up and watched the Men's Rumble after. So, and when I woke up, I was still thinking the Women's Rumble was very good. So, I think we can give it to it. I think it was just a solid Rumble.
I mean, considering 80% of the Women's Rumble you saw was through your eyelids, I feel like we've got to take your opinion.
It was a dark match for Rory.
Yeah.
That's why I had the Hulk Hogan hat on.
I was going to say something, but I'm glad you jumped in, because my joke wasn't that good. My joke wasn't going very well. Oh dear. Yeah, Danny.
Yeah, no, I'm with Rory. It's one of the best Women's Rumbles so far. It was good to see the Bellas and Lita return. Good to see Summer Rae come in and get her ass kicked straight away. I was very surprised not to see Bailey, Bliss, or Asuka. I thought they might have. But if
Asuka,
Bailey,
I believe, is injured. Bailey's been injured for forever.
I know.
I thought she was cleared, but
I thought she was cleared at Mania last year. That was the big rumor, wasn't it, that she was going to come out and do something?
Yeah, part of me was hoping for. It's probably too soon, but part of me was hoping for a return of Lacey Evans. But I don't.
You might be the only person on the earth who was hoping for that.
I did quite like Lacey Evans.
Is that just
she was getting better, to be fair, towards the end of her run?
Is that because you go to the gym and like run to her theme song?
Oh, I thought we kept that fucking quiet, man.
I'm sorry. I
started to enjoy her, like Rory said, towards end before she went off. I started to enjoy watching Lacey. She was quite entertaining. So I was just hoping she'd come back and bring some new variety to the women's division again. You know what I mean? A different change of character and different path.
What are our thoughts on Ronda Rousey actually coming back and winning it?
I dig it.
So good.
Yeah, I like it. Fine.
I don't like it.
Do you not?
I don't like
No?
it.
Fair enough.
If she's coming back, that's fine. I'm happy with her being back. Like when she was,
She didn't need it, right?
when she was the women's champion, she actually did appear. So like I can't. She didn't Brock Lesnar and she didn't just piss off for ages and then come back for the fat paycheck defense at SummerSlam kind of thing. But
well, she actually had the solid year, didn't she, before she went off? And which is like you say,
At least-
so fair play.
At least you could say with winning the Rumble, she's come back and got a deserved title, and she's not just come back and done a handed to a shit sort of thing. She's worked for it. Do you know what I mean?
did she work for it? All she did was just punch people's flaps. I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, she just came in and gave a
It's the
lot of
hardest
people.
training method.
She just came in and gave people a lot of fat lips. It wasn't really. I'm not hating. Like at least it was someone new, and it wasn't Charlotte.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. When it came down to Charlotte and
we were
Ronda,
both
I
like
was
that,
like,
weren't we?
Ronda needs to win this now. But out of the whole thing, I'd have liked to have seen. Like, we didn't even have an Iron Woman in this.
No.
Which is crazy because like Sasha Banks came in at number 1, and I think all of us were like, okay, so this is the Iron Woman.
And they were doing that thing of her eliminating everyone for a while as well.
Morgan lasted longest, didn't she, out of all of them?
I would have thought so, yeah.
I think so. Yeah. But even then, it's not like Iron Woman levels. It's
no, but she's the longest one, isn't she? Yeah. Fair enough.
Same.
Hey.
Yeah.
One's also sexual.
After this, we had. Let me remember.
Becky Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Becky Lynch straight after?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
I think.
What was the predictions? Was this a clean sweep?
We all said Lynch, so we all got a point.
Yeah.
That Connor is the extent of mine and your points for the entire show. So we got 2 of these.
In fairness, I don't think any of us could have expected the lack of bonus points in the men Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble. Sorry, but we will get to that. I'm gonna go. We're gonna have a complete clash of opinions here, and as the mediator right now and the host, or as I would like to call it, qualified shit stirrer, I would like to hear Danny's opinion first.
Yes.
I'm not going to give much of an opinion. All I'm going to say is I started crashing through it. There's no more needs to be said. What does that tell you?
It was just very sleepy.
Yeah, your body's shite.
It was a very dull, boring fight.
All right, Rory, hit me with yours, and then I'll mow you down.
Well, no, to be fair, I liked it from the point when they suddenly started doing serious near falls towards the end of the match that went on longer than expected.
I liked it when they
I enjoyed that.
I liked it from when they started doing the things near the end of the match. For the last 3 minutes and 12 seconds, I was a huge fan of this 15-minute match.
I really enjoyed the last 3 minutes. I was genuinely there like, yeah, it's actually gotten really exciting all of a sudden. But I had the thing of, I mean, I was saying to you this morning that because I've probably been in backstage on maybe 20, 30 shows that Piper would have been on over the years.
Okay.
So it's really awesome to see her in that position. So I think I was more invested in the match because it was like, what fair play? Do you know what I mean? I think it's that. It's like I told you before about how I was genuinely like chuffed for Jack Gallagher to be in a Royal Rumble, and now I'm just like, no.
I didn't expect Jack Gallagher's name. That caught me off guard. I didn't expect Jack Gallagher to come up.
Jack Gallagher catches people off guard all the time, apparently. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So he's not really a gentleman then.
No. Fucking isn't.
He's definitely not gentle. Allegedly. All right, fair enough. But you saying that you enjoyed the last 3 minutes of the match?
Where they were all of a sudden we were getting
but that
decent near falls and stuff.
I know that you like Piper and Piper, age up, bop, do up, but you gotta admit this match was not good.
No, I'm not saying it was a fantastic match, and I think I enjoyed it more for the sake of who it was and where she was.
Okay, well,
That's someone that I've seen wrestle in front of like 20 people in a pub in Derby in England to now be in front of thousands of people at the fucking Royal Rumble in St. Louis. You know what I mean? So it's like that's like a
44
fair play sort of moment.
apparently.
Exactly.
All right, yeah.
If Hulk Hogan was there, it would have been 572,000, according to Hulk.
Did we all realize that Becky Lynch's pyro set fire to the WrestleMania sign?
Yes, it was beautiful, but only because I didn't know it was twice until afterwards. I was like, "Is that shit on fire?" And then it's like, read the news results this morning. Set fire to it twice. Wonderful.
After this, we got I
think it was Brock Bobby, wasn't it?
Brock Bobby, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the mixed tag came after, didn't it?
Yeah. So Brock Lesnar.
Which was weird spacing, but
Brock Lesnar defended the WWE title against Bobby Lashley, Rory.
We all said Brock.
We all said Brock.
We all said Brock.
How wrong were we?
Yeah, it was.
We were all wrong.
I enjoyed the Paul Heyman turn. Like we got full Paul Heyman just like turning on Brock as he seems to do every 20 years.
Every time Brock goes face, that Paul turns on him, doesn't he? Basically, that's the rule.
Yeah, it happened with Big Show at the 2002 Rumble, I believe it was.
2002 Survivor Series.
Oh, Survivor Series, yeah.
Because Big Show won it at Survivor Series, then lost to Angle at Armageddon, and then Big Show Brock happened again at Rumble with the winner going into the Rumble, and Brock won that and then won the Rumble.
Didn't ask.
But
You're just trying to flex. You're just trying to flex.
Sorry, I wasn't. It's just like my brain was just like doing
I'm not letting you rain on yourself. Yeah, it was cool to see that happen. Roman obviously ref bump twice, and then Roman hit the spear, hit Brock with the belt. A man who can kick out of like 12 finishers, but can't kick out of one finisher and been hit with a belt. And then Bobby Lashley did like the Triple H level crawl to get to Brock. Kind of questionable. Also, at the beginning of this match where they was just trading like like German suplex, the other one, the guy got back up like, let's do this, bitch, my turn. Other one did the suplex, and that was great. But then it very quickly, for a match that Bobby's been excited about, he's spoken to the channel before a few years ago when he was a free agent of how he wanted this match. And this is the level we get. Is a bit disappointing.
I hate that the match basically was an afterthought to the Angle.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew that one of them was going to swerve the other in terms of Brock and Roman, because it's been rumored for months that that's the plan for Mania and all this sort of stuff. So we were expecting one to screw the other over. I mean, in the prediction video, I said it the other way around, so more fool me. But I genuinely thought we were going to get a really good match between Brock and Bobby, and then the screwy finish. But no, just afterthought the match. It was literally right. Let's just get through it. Bobby, you're going to be the champion at the end, though, so don't worry about it. All right, yeah, sound.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know. I'm glad Bobby's the champion. I like Bobby as a champion. He deserves it, but again, it's going to have that. He's going to have to defend it against people and do it convincingly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, his whole run is just going to seem tainted.
That's 2 world title runs that start with a tainted victory.
That's what I mean. And it's like, it'd be one thing if this happened because, I don't know, Brock Lesnar goes to run for the ropes and then MVP hits him with the cane, turns around, spear, and we get like a dusty kind of dirty manager finish. That's one thing, and I wouldn't really call that a tainted finish as much as just a heel finish.
Yeah.
But this
Plus-
is now two title wins, 2 WWE title wins that for one person that are massively just have an asterisk next to them now.
Yeah.
And it's bad to be shitting on this kind of, but like
It is, but I mean, I'm still happy for Bobby.
I'm happy for him. It's just I don't know. I feel like it could have been done in a much better way.
Yeah.
Rory.
I was just
Yeah.
saying pretty much everything that I've got to say there. There's not a lot more to add to it.
No.
Just, yeah.
We'll move on then to the mixed tag match: Beth Phoenix and Edge versus Miz and Maurice. I believe, was this a clean sweep?
No. Me and you both said Miz and Maurice, and Danny said Edge and Beth.
Who is it? Oh my god!
So Danny
don't do
won.
this.
That's it. that is the deciding point. Danny won.
Second. Yeah.
That's pretty much all we've got to say about that match.
It was a
Men's
good
Royal
match.
Rumble.
It was a good match. It was nice to see Maurice actually get some stuff in. Like WWE
Yeah.
seemed to forget that she's a multi-time Divas champion.
And she was one of the longest running ones at one point as well, which, at a time when everyone was having short reigns, it was pretty impressive. So,
Yeah, I just
sorry, it was Ricky.
no. I feel like the wrong person won in this, and it's not because like I predicted it. It's because
It's because we wanted it to stretch out to Mania.
even if it didn't stretch out to Mania, just stretch out a bit more. I want to see like Edge versus Miz with no interruptions.
Yeah.
I just want to see Edge.
I also wanted to
versus-
see Beth and Maurice versus each other as well.
Could
Like-
still get that. Could still get that.
I want to see like Edge.
We could still get that.
Edge versus Miz in like a steel cage.
We might get that elimination chamber.
Yeah.
How?
Well,
How?
why
Where they're
not?
putting the other cage? The chamber's already above the ring from the start of the pay-per-view.
Right. Okay.
How are they putting a steel cage?
What's one after? Money in Bank or something? Maybe they'll.
It's because he's been playing 2K20 and you can have a steel cage, Hell in a Cell, and Elimination Chamber on the same card. Just frazzles the brain a bit when we're all so sleepy.
I know. And okay, sidetrack. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm sick of running. This is all I'm doing to you guys off camera and just on the phone and in Messenger. I'm getting so angry. Why don't we have a roster reveal?
Because they
No,
don't
a
have
single
fucking
legend that's
roster.
going to be on that game, other
What we
than
do-
the DLC stuff.
Booker T's on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's looking like Bitter Man Bret Hart might be on. That might not be on it. That's
Oh shit.
Might not.
no. I didn't see his name on
He's
the.
probably going to be in the AEW game, though, isn't he? That's the thing. Because AEW signed a deal with Martha Hart, didn't they? So that Owen Hart's in the AEW game when that comes out.
Okay.
So the whole Owen estate is being tied to AEW now, which is really weird. That like WWE were trying to get merchandise, and they were like we want to do documentaries on him. We want to put him in the Hall of Fame. We want to release figures, put him in video games, that sort of stuff. And she's been like, no, I don't want him associated with wrestling at all. Tony Khan comes along. Hey, Martha, I hear you hate Vince. Want to really piss him off? Yep, done. Instantly, like news that came out of nowhere last year, wasn't it? So
Yeah. Okay. So while we're on the tangent, the legends on 2K22 confirmed right now is Booker T, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Goldberg. I'm not going to include the NWO DLCs.
okay, I was going to say, but like Edge and Goldberg, I'd still class as active wrestlers. I know they're both in the Hall of Fame, but
I would too. I'm on the
the
confirmed characters and I'm on the legends tab, so I'm just going to read what's this. I'm going to leave out the NWO, the Undertaker character DLCs, and the Rey Mysterio Starcade one. Okay, so we got Booker T, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Goldberg, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Kane, Kevin Nash, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, Six, The Rock, Triple H, Ultimate Warrior, and Undertaker.
Six.
that's a fairly decent list of legends.
Yeah.
Was that Danny?
Six. Is that X-Pac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he was in WCW.
Yeah.
Six pack.
Bow,
Rumble. Yeah, so the mixed tag match was good. It was nice to see them haul back to the brick in the purse thing.
Yeah.
Well, then this is something that's bugged me in wrestling forever, is that if you've just got a guy cutting a promo in the ring, not in a match, and someone comes up from behind and twats him with a chair, he's like out cold for hours. Do that in a match, and it's a 2 count.
And they kick out, and yeah.
Yeah. So like she hit Beth with the brick in the purse in a segment, and like Beth was like in agony and she was down for a while. And then in this, it was a 2 count. It's my only. I know it sounds like nitpicking, and this isn't just this match. Like this is just how wrestling does it. Like it's just how it's always been. But I don't know. I just feel like I want to say that was a very nice Hurricane Rana by Maurice onto Edge.
Yeah,
Edge sold it very well, as he does. Miz sold that double spear beautifully.
Yeah.
The match itself was pretty decent. It went longer than I thought it would be. I still just want to see Edge versus Miz with no interruptions, but I don't know if we're going to get that now. I feel like this was kind of rubber matchery. There's nothing really else Miz and Maurice can do. They've lost twice, so it's like why would Edge and Beth waste their time sort of thing.
Yeah.
Rory, what do you think about this one?
Pretty much the same as what you just said. I can't really complain about it too much. I love the fact that they all got the match. As in, that didn't sound right. I love the fact that Edge and Beth got a match together, and I love the fact that Miz and Maurice got a match together. I think that's pretty cool for them. I would have liked Miz and Maurice to pick up the win to extend the program logically for a bit, because Edge and Beth Phoenix winning and beating up Miz and Maurice, they'd have to be idiots to go after him for another beating. Do you know what I mean? However, if they pick up the win, Edge is the sort of character that could be pissed off about losing and therefore wants a clean rematch. Or do you know what I mean? It's that sort of thing. So yeah, I can't really add much to what you were saying. So yeah,
Danny?
But yes, no, I'm on the same level. It was, you know what I mean? It was just great to see two of my favourites go together with the wives. I haven't really seen much of Maurice.
Sounds like dogging.
She was.
I was just saying.
She was
talking about a 4-way.
Yeah.
She was in it.
Edge and Miz is just lock eyes in the middle of the match. Like shit, it's got too real. Sorry, Danny.
I haven't really seen much of Maurice fight because she was in it in the time where I ended up like not watching it for a few years. So I didn't really know much about her, but like she was entertaining enough to watch. Like Colin said, that double spear was fucking glorious. You knew the Glam Slam was coming and everything else. It got a bit predictable towards the end, but it was entertaining enough after two pretty disappointing matches.
Yeah. Again, it doesn't look like right now that there's going to be any immediate turnaround or stretch in this story, so I feel like that was probably a nail in the coffin. So we'll move on to the Royal Rumble. Rory, let us know the points and what was predicted.
None of us got any points.
So you guys drew then.
Yeah, me and Connor got 2 points. You got 3 points, Danny. Overall, you won. For this, I predicted that Brock was going to cost Seth the title. Sorry, Brock was going to cost Roman the title, and Roman was going to be number 30 and win the Rumble. That's what I said last week. And I'm so pissed off that I went that way round. But yeah, so I said for Roman to win, and the surprises I put down was Santino Marella, Goldberg, and Del Rio, which didn't happen. Danny, you went for AJ Styles to win, EC3, X-Pac, and Adrian Neville, aka Pac, to be the surprise entrance. Connor, you said Kevin Owens to win, and RVD, Corey Graves, and Mr. Kennedy to be the surprise entrance and stuff. So we were all completely off. With
We
everything.
were.
Tucker actually returned. Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically they did,
Well,
but we'll get to that.
Yeah, but them
I'm just going to go and say this is the worst Rumble match in of itself we've had for a while.
Yeah.
A very long while, which is sad because it's not even the fact of Brock being the guy to win it. That's spoiler. The Rumble match itself was just very flat. The fact we had 3 people, not even 3 because Knoxville was already announced.
Yeah.
So the fact that we had 2 returns and one of them was another celebrity.
Yeah.
A bit mad. AJ Styles was technically on paper the Iron Man because he lasted 29 minutes and 6 seconds in a 51 minute and 10 second Rumble. So even then, he's not really the Iron Man because he's not gone all the way. Seconded by Austin Theory in his first Royal Rumble with 22 minutes and 6 seconds. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, to be fair.
It was just really weird. Like the fact Brock Lesnar came in at number 30, he was in the ring for 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and he got 5 eliminations to win it. He eliminated Orton, Shane McMahon, Bad Bunny, Riddle, and then McIntyre. And it's like AJ got 6 eliminations, which is cool.
Yeah, but then like the ratio of 6 eliminations in half an hour versus 5 in 2 minutes is mental, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, Kofi Kingston lasted 21 seconds because of a botched save attempt thing.
So Solid Crew member.
Which, to be honest, this might be a sign for them to just stop doing those.
Yeah.
Because now they are repetitive.
Everyone expects it every year, which is the thing. Then, so therefore they shouldn't do it because everyone expects it.
But I'll quickly run down the order of people that came in. We had AJ Styles first, Nakamura second, Nakamura lasting 5 minutes. We then had Austin Theory, Robert Roode, Ridge Holland, Montez Ford, Damien Priest, Sami Zayn, and then Johnny Knoxville. Angela Dawkins, Omos, Ricochet, Chad Gable, Dominic Mysterio, Happy Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, Rick Boogs, Madcap Moss, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, Otis at number 25, Big E, Bad Bunny, Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar coming in at 30 and winning now ties the number 30 spot with number 27 of being the winners from this position with 4 apiece.
There's 4 from 30. Wow. I remember Undertaker and doing it before. I can't remember who else had done it from 30.
I can find out for you because I do believe
that's literally bugging me. That's all.
No, I do believe I actually had it up.
Yeah, because you were on about the numbers at the beginning of this because of why they didn't mention the 27 thing. Yeah.
No, so Taker is 1.
Did Triple H get it from 30?
Yeah.
You know, when it was the title one.
Oh, yeah, 2016. Yeah.
Or was he 29? And Ambrose came out 30.
I don't know. I know he eliminated Roman, and it was down to him and Ambrose, and everyone suddenly thought Ambrose was going to win his first WWE Championship and was losing their shit, and Trips just won.
So we got Undertaker, John Cena.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar. Where is it? It's fucking disappeared. Don't care about the winners. There we go. So 2007 Undertaker, 8 John Cena, 16 Triple H, 2022 Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wow.
Yeah, for some reason, you know that John Cena return when he won in 2008. I was thinking that was 27, so my brain just has obviously fucking fucked that right up. But
Mental.
yeah.
So yeah, it was just flat, wasn't it? Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting to hear Judas. I wasn't expecting to hear any AW themes or WWE versions of AW Superstar themes. I wasn't even expecting to hear any Impact themes. But the fact that they didn't bring anyone back except Bad Bunny, which, look, he did good. He did nice.
He did do really well, yeah.
He did well, and we got a Canadian Destroyer. Shout out Peter Williams, fair enough. But that's not enough.
No.
It's not. Shane McMahon counts. It counts as a surprise. It's a proper surprise. We haven't seen him since just after Mania, so fair enough. I'm okay with that. But the fact that's it.
Yeah.
But like, I know it sounds ungrateful, but I don't mean I'm expecting like Kurt Angle. I don't mean I'm expecting former world champions, but like Boogeyman, Santino.
It's annoying that Kurt Angle was in the building as well.
Yeah.
that makes it even worse.
It's just
they had Kurt Angle there and didn't put him in the room.
Jarrett again, but having come out Slapnut style. There's a lot they could have done, and they didn't do it. Everything about this Rumble, this Rumble just shows that they didn't have
an imagination.
The Royal Rumble has
it's like what we were saying about Brock
pushing
and Bobby.
somebody.
Yeah,
they put the angle first. The Rumble for a while now it's very few times has it been about pushing someone to be a star, to go to the top. 2022, Brock Lesnar's won his second. 2017, Orton won his second. 2016, Triple H won his second.
Mm-hmm.
Who won 2014?
Last year, Edge won his second as well, didn't he?
2014, Batista won his second. 2013, Cena won his second.
Last year, Edge won his second.
Last year, Edge won his second. It's
like when they do pull it off and they put someone new in there, it can be great. Like Drew McIntyre when he won, that was awesome to see.
That's the thing. It doesn't have to be a brand new person every year, but the fact is, it's getting to the point now where
it's the same people. And
the
roster, they could use it.
Hold on, did I close my records because I just want to. Okay, so here we go. So Edge has won 2, Orton's won 2, Cena's won 2, Batista's won 2, Lesnar's 2, Triple H 2, Shawn Michaels 2, Hulk Hogan 2, Austin 3. So that's
a lot of multiple time winners.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people have shared wins in 19 Rumbles.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Rumbles there's been off the top of my head.
About 32 or something, aren't there?
I think we've got to be around about 36. It's WrestleMania 38 this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the Rumble's literally like 2 or 3 years behind. It was 2 or 3 years after the first Mania, so we're probably on about 35, 36. But it's not just that. Like, I know, obviously, what you're saying as well with the double things, but there's
35.
also people like, pardon, 35.
There's been 35 Royal Rumbles.
19 have been second time ones.
19, yeah. 19 of those Rumbles have been won by the same group.
But not only that, they've also, especially in the last decade or so, have been going for people that have already won world titles.
Take 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 5 of those away because they're women. Oh, no, never mind. That's a Rumble event. I'm on a different thing. Ignore me.
Okay. Yeah, because there's also in the last decade, we've had loads of people that have won the Rumble that didn't need to win the Rumble. Probably so much. Yeah, like we had Seth Rollins won the Rumble when he'd already been a WWE champion twice.
Yeah.
We had The Undertaker when he won the Rumble was amazing, to be fair. That was great to see. But The Undertaker at that point was something like a 5-time champion.
Yeah.
Triple H's first Rumble win, which was 2002, he'd already been like a 5-time champ at that point himself as well. The Rock, when he won the Rumble in 2000, he'd already been champion for the better part of the last year and a half on and off. So
it's not even about making them the next star.
Sometimes it works.
You can't. No one's ever won a Rumble and been a mid card.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh well, Royal Rumble 2014. It was a mid card in 2014.
2014. That was Batista.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a mid carder from that era, from that year.
But the few years before that 2014 one, I can't remember which order and stuff, but we had Sheamus win one, and he'd already held the WWE Championship, but he hadn't won him as a face or anything. So it was like they were cementing him as a face and making him a big deal. So that was, and he was still in like his rookie year at that point. So you can sort of
Sheamus
forgive
is
that.
But like the Rumble it's given to guys who are in and very close to the line of the main event area. Which is fine. I'm completely okay. Yeah, I'm completely okay with that happening.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think it should be, Royal Rumble next year out of nowhere for no reason. Fucking Madcap Moss wins it.
Oh no, I'm not saying that either. But there was a point where it was used to get someone to the next level as the guy, like Shawn Michaels when he won it the first time. See, Shawn's back-to-back Rumbles made sense because he lost the first title shot.
Yeah.
And then he had to win the Rumble the second time to get another match, which he won his first world title from. So that, and especially different time and all that, that did a really good job of building him up so that by the time it came around to him winning the title, people wanted to see it. So that was fair enough. Austin, when he won his first Rumble, didn't go on to Mania in the title match because that was the year when he didn't get the Mania shot, which was 97. Instead, he had Bret Hart in the I Quit match. And then in 98, when he won the Rumble, he got the Mania title shot, and everyone exploded for that. And so you can justify all three of Austin's, really, because his second one,
the thing is, with Austin's makes sense
from injury.
So but even still, take Austin, Hogan, and Michaels out of it.
Yeah.
And that's what, 34, it's about seven Rumbles. But then you've still got Triple H won it in 02, fair enough. Yeah. Lesnar won it in 03, fair enough. Batista won it in 05, fair enough. Their first ones are fair, right?
Yeah.
But then you've got 2013, Cena's second. 2014, Batista's second. 2016, Triple H's second.
Yeah.
2021, Edge's second. 2022, Brock Lesnar's second. And it's unnecessary, especially this year. Lesnar didn't need to win this to go after Rome
because they're already there, and Roman's costing the belt. There's like all he has to do now is Lesnar just needs to go on to SmackDown every week and beat the shit out of all the Usos and Paul Heyman and whatever, continuously dog him until he gets his title shot. Done.
Yeah.
Whereas now we're robbed of that. I wanted to see that happen.
We're robbed of Brock Lesnar being the best Brock Lesnar he's been character-wise, being an excellent face, and now we've got a Brock Lesnar who was getting massively fucking booed.
Yeah.
That's meant to be a face.
Yeah.
So we got robbed of Brock Lesnarisms that we enjoy when he shows up and just murders people, and we was robbed of a proper Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the reason we were also excited about this one is because
you couldn't tell who was going into it.
Exactly. Yeah. It was genuinely like, oh my God, this could be anyone's. Like, if I just quickly load up the entrance list again.
I mean, starting with AJ and Shinsuke, I would love to have seen hybrid.
AJ Styles could have seen it. It would have been great. Nakamura, bit less doubtful, but still could have happened. Austin Theory, it lasted 22 minutes in his first Rumble. He could have gone on to do it.
Yeah. What about Cesaro following last year's WrestleMania win and the little push they gave him afterwards? That could have been a tester for a Rumble win.
Which they didn't. But he wasn't even in the fucking Rumble.
Exactly. What I'm saying,
that's what I mean. Finn Balor wasn't even in the Rumble.
I know. I was pissed at that.
Like, don't get me wrong. If Biggie would have been my choice to win this Rumble, but if he won the Rumble, I'd be okay with it and I'd be happy with it. Yeah. We could have had Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
We could have even had like Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
There's
There's loads of possibilities that they've just like completely.
If you're gonna give it for somebody for a second time, let it be someone who's gonna get the crowd behind them. Like if Rey Mysterio won this Rumble,
yeah.
Granted, there'd probably be an asterisk because everyone would be like, okay, you're trying to promote the new game, but at the same time, it would be interesting to see Rey Mysterio choosing either Roman/Brock or Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Because then we get, that's the beauty of Rey Mysterio as a wrestler. It's always been, he's the biggest little man.
Yeah. And if you put him against someone like Brock, I mean, we've seen him have good matches with Brock years ago.
Exactly. And it would have been not everyone's first choice, understandably, but at least it would have been interesting. Even, I'm trying to look who's been in it, who's already won one. Nakamura, again, wouldn't be my first choice because he's very
wishy-washy with the booking for him.
But
not him himself.
That's not his fault. But like that could have still been interesting because then we'd get just Nakamura versus the possibility of Nakamura versus Lesnar if Lesnar then went after Reigns.
Yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom.
Or Nakamura versus Reigns would have been great as well.
Yeah, Nakamura versus Lashley would be great if they do it properly.
I wouldn't mind seeing Nakamura versus Riddle as a fight in itself.
No, Riddle would have been great.
Yeah.
Like we could have had the things that could have happened in this Rumble that aren't even related to the winner. We, in my personal opinion, should have seen the split between RK Bro.
Yeah. I was expecting that all Rumble.
And whether it's, Orton throws someone out, and he sometimes does that thing where he's got one foot on the second rope and he's leaning over a little bit.
Yeah, and then Riddle just flips.
Yeah, and Riddle's just like shit, every man for himself. We should have seen Dominic go to dump Ray out, Ray dump him out like they've been building, and the start.
And they've been properly building to that. Like,
and then
we
could get the start of Dom's heel turn. We get Dom versus Ray at Mania.
Yeah.
This I can understand them not doing lots of different intertwining stories that start around the Rumble, but there should at least be 1, 2, or 3 that spark, because it's the road to WrestleMania. So you want to start promoting the stories that go along that way.
That's it. They didn't even bring any stories into the Rumble either, did they? It was just a straight out fucking
But that's the thing. They don't have to bring stories into the Rumble, but stories should be able to start within the Rumble.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to get at this morning in the message thread as well. Like,
it's like I know they did one, with Drew. When Drew came out, he eliminated Madcap and Corbin, and that was like from a bit ago. So there was that one in there.
Yeah, but no one cared about that.
No. What I do want to say is I was very happy with how well Ridge Holland did.
Yes.
Big Ridge Holland fan. Yorkshire. Yeah, so it's just it sucks to say it because the Rumble is, even when I've lost all interest in wrestling, and it happens every couple of years, I just drift out for a few months, whether it's because I'm burnt out from Mania or just a couple of shit pay-per-views, or just the hobby's just not there for me at the minute. The Royal Rumble pulls me in because it's the Rumble, and it happened again this year, and I was pulled in to a match that's never disappointed in my lifetime to this.
By comparison, we've got a video on the channel from a year ago where we were all praising the Rumble last year. Yeah, and you'd had a few months burn out because of when we were doing the Impact shows, weren't we, regularly, because we were enjoying those at the time, but none of us could really get into WWE. And then it was like, yeah, well, it's Rumble season. And we all got excited for Rumble last year. And last year's Rumble was great. All the stuff that you're saying that should have happened this year happened last year as well, which, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so the 3 surprises, not surprises because I said Knoxville was announced. Was Johnny Knoxville announced. Bad Bunny shouldn't have happened. We already had one celebrity. And Shane McMahon, which, if it wasn't just him being one of the actual surprises, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
but obviously he was literally the only actual return or appearance.
Yeah.
Whereas last year we got Carlito, we got Kane,
Christian,
we got Hurricane, and we got Christian.
Yeah.
It's just because the thing is, as I said, we don't expect them like these former top guys to come in and run through the Rumble. Like last year, Carlito came in, we all lost our shit. He lasted 8 minutes, but it was great.
It was great 8 minutes.
And then he stuck around for a while, didn't he?
8 minutes in heaven is better than 2 minutes in heaven.
Like Kane came back, eliminated 2 people, and then got eliminated by Damian Priest in less than 2 minutes. But it was Kane. He did something.
You've never seen him get eliminated like that.
That's what I mean. It's Kane. He did something by eliminating 2 people, and then we got a glimpse of Damian Priest because he's got the 6 foot.
He was NXT at the time as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we got Damian Priest to just who then got I wouldn't say passing the torch, but he got the rub from Kane. Like it did something. Hurricane, a comedy character, is always great. Just like I can't remember what Rumble it was, but when we had Bray Wyatt in the ring and the Boogeyman came out, we all knew he was going to get eliminated very quickly. But it's just a cool little comedy character to be like, oh shit, cool. What's next? And then of course we got Christian. In comparison, it's just not.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very negative review show, and I didn't want it to be, but it is. The year before that, we got MVP back, we got Keith Lee from NXT, we got Matt Riddle from NXT, and we got Edge.
Yeah.
That was
and we got a fresh winner in Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas last year was Edge's second one, but at least that made sense because of his comeback from injury.
Exactly.
Because it was the 10-year thing, so you can justify that. But
2019, we got Jeff Jarrett. We got Gargano from NXT, Pete Dunne from NXT UK, Aleister Black from NXT. We had no NXT this year because Vince wanted to change it, make it NXT 2.0, which is
pretty much got rid of everyone.
Yeah. NXT.
That's what I mean. Vince literally wanted to change NXT. He wanted either him or his people to take control, and now he doesn't like it. It's
also
not the same, pal. Yes, because you got your fucking dirty mitts on it.
You're also building on that point. I saw something very upsetting on the network this morning. There was an advert, when it has the suggested content.
Yeah.
Suggested content was the latest episode of WWE Main Event. The throwaway show that's literally just on some random backwards network in America, and they've got a commitment to put that out there.
Yeah.
Friggin' the main picture for it was Tommaso Ciampa. So he's gone from his NXT title run to not even being on the main roster properly. He's just jobbing out on Main Event and stuff. Well, I'm assuming he's jobbing out. I don't know. They all job out on Main Event. So, but
it's just stupid. Like the year before that, again, Andrade, who was the NXT champion. We got John Cena. We got Hurricane again, because again, didn't last long, but it's funny. We got Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he literally
returning.
went straight over, didn't he?
Yeah, he came in and tried to chokeslam Cena. We got Adam Cole and Mysterio. I can't remember the last time we didn't have a big oh shit, they're here. Like even if they were advertised, it was still like a thing.
Yeah.
The year before that, we got Ty Dillinger at number 10. We had Undertaker, Goldberg, Lesnar.
Yeah, they went fucking balls out with that.
That's what I mean. And those three were announced.
Yeah.
But they at least had it stacked that much that it didn't matter.
So that's 2017, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so the year before was the WWE title one versus all thing. That was when we got AJ Styles' debut.
Yeah, exactly. AJ Styles' debut.
Which was amazing.
And Sami Zayn from NXT.
Yeah.
And Triple H's return.
Triple H, I was going to say Triple H came in as well at the end. Which obviously, Triple H has never actually left WWE or anything, but it's always cool when he gets in the ring out of nowhere, sort of thing.
Exactly. The year before that.
Lots of people hate on it. But
2015, we got Bubba Ray, we got DDP, we got the Boogeyman. It's just
2014, I don't remember much about it because that was one of those Rumbles that everyone soured on. Remember, that was the one that Punk got injured halfway through and dumped out, and then Batista won. But Batista was a return. So, for 2014, yeah.
So
it was a
Batista,
major return for it.
We got Rusev when he was in NXT.
Yes, that was because he came out with the barefoot thing, didn't he? And the
Yeah. We got Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
JBL.
Yeah.
El Torito.
Yeah.
Like there's so they've done it every Rumble. I'm quickly clicking through and going to it, and they've done it where there's returns, and it's just there's just no reason for this one to be as bad as it was, and I don't want to have to keep ranting going on about how bad it was, but for what the Rumble is, even if you keep Brock Lesnar as the winner, right? You don't have to. It shouldn't be there, but okay, keep Lesnar as a winner. Fine. Okay, whatever. Make the Rumble be the Rumble. Have a team try and eliminate each other. Have the scuffle in RK Bro or the Mysterios. Have a couple, a Hall of Fame, a comedy character, and just a former. What was it that they called on the WWE website? WWE alumni. Have like, one of each of those come in.
Make a rule where you're in a title fight, you don't enter the Rumble.
That should be a rule.
Yeah.
That should. That's the one that makes logical sense to do that, because how come they've managed to get a spot when they were challenging for a title earlier in the evening? Brock Lesnar, for example.
Exactly. Where did his spot come from? It didn't even show like, oh, this number 30. No music. What's going on? Camera in the back. Insert wrestler later.
Someone's on the floor.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like they used to
Mustafa
do.
Ali
Remember
Curtis
2004.
Axel. Oh, Curtis Axel, when he was coming out, and then Rowan attacked him.
Yeah.
Like, it was
there was the thing in...
See that?
We had that wonderful thing in 2004 where Test was just like dead somewhere, and it was Foley had done it. Because Foley wanted to take on Randy Orton, and
you get out there.
Like, all right, you getting in there? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
They used
something
to
like that.
Sense.
It would make sense. How has he got this number? Simple as that. How has he just got number 30? Who's he taking it
Well,
off?
they did it with Roman the other year as well, didn't they? Where he just walked out at number 30 and pissed everybody off.
Yeah, because I remember that, because everyone thought it was going to be Samoa Joe.
Yeah, because Roman had been in the title match earlier that evening.
Yeah, it's just... It's not a great start to the road to WrestleMania, especially now that we know the main event is a main event. We got what Mania is next?
5 years ago, yeah.
What Mania
We've had it twice at Mania.
36, is it?
Nah, it's
38's the next Mania.
38.
38, yeah. I think.
Elimination Chamber is next.
They've stopped putting the numbers, haven't they?
Oh, it's on NXT thing.
They've been doing the thing of putting the year instead. So, like, if you can get any of the home videos of the last few Manias, it will say like WrestleMania 2021 and stuff like that on there. I picked up the one 31, I think it's the first one where they started doing that. Yeah. That's like as WrestleMania 2016 for the DVD covers and stuff like that, where they've just.
Yeah. So the next WrestleMania was 38, right?
Yeah.
Which means the main event that is penciled in. Excuse me. That we're guaranteed to get on one of the nights, because obviously that's how they do it now, which I don't mind in all honesty.
I like that.
But yeah, that we're gonna get on one of the nights. A guaranteed main event is a main event that we got
twice
7 years ago.
Yeah.
And 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That no one wanted 7 years ago.
And the thing is, we didn't just get it at Mania, we got it for like a whole year at one point.
That's what I mean. I want to quickly see if I can find, I know it's probably not intended for people to hear him type, but I want to find out how many times Roman and Brock have fought for a title.
It must be heading towards double figures.
Well, there was the year that Roman won the Rumble and lost against Brock at Mania. Then he had a match with him in Saudi and lost, because it was the cage match where he just walked out.
When Seth cashed in.
So that was the first one before that, yeah. So,
right, okay.
Well, they had, like, I think it took until SummerSlam after Roman won the Rumble, when it was the last Roman and Brock feud, like all the way to SummerSlam before Roman took the title off him. And then
They faced
then-
each other in 7 title matches.
Yeah, makes sense.
Over 7 years.
In 7 title matches, and this is the match that's getting rammed down our throats. This is the problem.
Yeah.
This is what I don't want to happen, because we've had years of Roman getting rammed down our throats, which is why people didn't want it, because it was being forced on us. It wasn't a natural. People didn't naturally start to like Roman because of things he was doing. He was just pushed, and now we've got him being this incredible tribal chief character, being unbeatable, 500 plus days as champion, and now it's getting the same thing that got him hated back then is now getting rammed down our throats. Like it was rammed down our throats that bad that when he got his horrific leukemia thing, right? Obviously, he had to go away. He came back. People were happy because he's back and he's healthy. And we want that with any of the wrestlers, heel, face, whatever, indifferent. And then the same thing happened where they rammed it down our throat. So we didn't want that character again.
Yeah.
And now it's just a thing that they've got him being.
Came back to his tribal chief, and everyone wants that character because of how they've done it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it's the same thing, and it's just constant. And I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's just. It's easy to blame Vince, but I don't know if it's Vince in particular. I don't know if it's the same creative thing taking this. I'm sure it's a combination of all the creative team writing the same shit, taking it to Vince, and him going, yeah, that's what I want to every night. That's why we keep doing it. Good shit. I can't. It's just been very ranty of me, but I can't comprehend it. I can't, especially the fact it's penciled in for Mania, and it's just not what anyone wants.
I said to you following day one, didn't I? I can remember having a conversation with you, Connor, when we were recording. I think it was when we were about to record the Team Venom comic show, which is also available on Team Venom Media as a YouTube channel. Check it out, guys.
Yeah,
cheap plug.
Cheap plug. But when we were doing one of those recording things just after day one, I was saying I'd really love it if the stuff that they're going for the Rumble or whatever would be the Mania matches. If we got Brock versus Bobby at Mania and Seth versus Roman at Mania instead.
Yeah.
As soon as they announced those matches and stuff, I was just like, yeah, that would be much better if they went that route.
That's it. You could have taken it in so many different directions. You could have had all these people that are there that you could mix up, like Brock. You could have Brock fighting Omos. Do you know what I mean? You could have Roman AJ. You could have Orton and Riddle fighting KO and Lashley going against it. Big E goes after Continental fighting Shinsuke. There's so many ways you can fucking do it, and like you say, it's just going round in circles. Yeah,
and speaking of going round in circles, the other thing that I think we're going to get at Mania is going to be Usos versus New Day again.
That is the one thing on repeat I'm okay with.
Yeah, it'll be good, but I mean, it's like
make it multi-man, and then I'm happy.
Yeah,
Fatal Four.
It's like
too
much repetition and stuff on the Mania show. If everything's like rematches and stuff, then it's annoying.
Yeah, it is. Make it a multi-man. Mix it up if they're going to be in the same ring at the same time.
Yeah.
Make it a multi-man, 4-way team. Make it maybe a ladder. They started to do that with the tags every now and then.
In fact, the last time they aimed to do it was Mania, not last Mania, but the Mania before. That was Usos, New Day, and Miz and Morrison. Can you remember? Then Miz got COVID, so they had to change it to just a normal triple threat match for the belts. So that might be why they're doing it, to sort of just go, oh yeah, we promised you guys a Mania payday against each other. Sorry. But yeah, then Jimmy was injured last year, wasn't he? So.
All right, so let's give Rory, if you can take note of this, and we'll find somewhere to store it, whether it be like on OneDrive or something.
Okay.
We can keep a tally of these just basically to see what our opinions are throughout the year. Danny, on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, you can do halves. What would you give the Royal Rumble pay-per-view? Not much.
3.5.
Solid. Rory?
I don't, I'd give it 3 because the first 2 matches I really enjoyed. That's about it. But yeah,
there was 5 matches?
5 matches. What 6? Yeah, 6 matches because there was the 2 title matches, tag match, women's title match, and the 2 rumbles.
Yeah, I'll give this a 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
so our average is like 3.1, 3.15.
What did you give it?
I gave it 3. You gave it 3. Danny gave it 3.5.
Based on
3.25.
Based on Roman versus Steph, Women's Rumble, and Edge versus Miz, that's what I've got on my.
Yeah. All right. So Royal Rumble gets an average of 3.25. That's horrific. For a Royal Rumble, that's bad. Here's what's bad.
It just left you feeling so flat when Brock came out on 30, didn't it?
And this is the thing.
The end of the show was, that was
we
it.
We were all pumped up. We were like, fucking yes, here comes a Rumble. And then at the end of it, we were just like...
So what we're going to do then for each pay-per-view that we react to, we're going to give it the overall star ranking. So if you write Rory, the Royal Rumble, 3.25. That's what this got. Here's the messed up thing. The Royal Rumble got 3.25. That's quite bad enough with it being the Rumble. I almost guarantee the next pay-per-view is the fucking oil money Saudi show, and they've taken the chamber there. I can almost guarantee that will get a higher rating than the
Last
Royal
year's chamber
Rumble.
was a fucking belter, to be fair. That's what
I mean. The Saudi shows don't have a great reputation because there's normally one match on there that just shouldn't have happened, and it ruins it. Take a Goldberg. Yeah, take a Goldberg. DX Brothers of Destruction. There's always one that makes you be like, take a Rusev. There's always one that makes you be like, okay. I'm sensing a theme in those. But like, this is the chamber, and for whatever reason it's there. I don't really care. It works out nice for us. It means we can all be on a Zoom call. We get
to watch it properly.
We can be on a Zoom call in the middle of the afternoon and watch it. And it will be great.
Provided I'm not at work, I'll be with you.
Fuck it off, you knob.
When is it?
Saturday afternoon one time.
Yeah, book off Saturday afternoon one time. That's what
That's the exact date. Excuse me, sir, or madam, or whatever. Who knows in these days and age? Please, can I book off Saturday afternoon one time?
Well, no, I'm just thinking because I've used all my holiday up until April now because I've booked them all in.
Still got COVID.
Just swap them.
No, what I was gonna say is if it's not starting till 3, 4, 5 o'clock, I can ask for a 6-2. So
February 19th, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The
February
WWE.
19th. Yeah.
Nice.
Elimination Chamber. Sorry.
Does it say what time it kicks off?
Oh.
No, okay. I'm guessing it'll be a night thing, won't it? It usually is.
What? See if I can find it here. You know, we'll do this after.
I was going to say, shall we wrap up this episode?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. This has been rambly enough. It's been very negative.
Just 10 minutes of just a meeting.
Literally. Yeah. We will be back next week where we'll be chatting about all things Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW,
Nickelodeon.
And if there's anything in the world of wrestling news-wise that happens, we'll catch you all then. I have been Connor Franks. That's been Danny the Diabetes Franks. And that's been Rory. I snore through women's matches because I hate women. Bailey. Thank you for checking in. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you all next time.